with all the negativity towards and that I have heard of on the news, and also and experienced and some not so supporting and not so much equality that males have to endure and experience. It is important to know that males do go through stressful experiences and do not get the support the same amount of support that females get. So, and that is a true fact. If you look at all that proof, even logically, not what you hear like through court cases and so research and criminal and what detectives find, but it is pretty logical and yeah. And then the most recent one you probably heard is like that thing against a court case between actors and Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. That thing. Or she's accusing him, Johnny, for assaulting her. When there's pretty logically didn't, as all his exes said he didn't, and his best friend, and also his sister. And then there's also looking back even more years prior, there have also been a situation where there would been a young man in his 20s who, after graduating high school, built in this relationship with the female, also in her 20s. Don't remember the exact names of these people, but so the woman accused the man of rape and sexual assault. So the guy, he wanted to serve in the military, but that opportunity was taken away from him. He ended up in 1 year in jail. So he had 1 year in jail. All his family and friends hated him, and he would looked at as the bad guy. And of course, the woman would look at him the same way as, again, even if they were like his friends that he knew through the lifetime friend at school and outside school or jobs. And there's some investigators. They actually looked into the case, and it turns out that the woman was lying. And but the unfair thing about was that she only ended up serving only like 30 to 31 days in jail. So you see how unfair that is. And even though man, he really tried to speak out of for himself, of course, due to female privileges, yeah, of course, oh, you're a man, we don't believe you. That kind of thing is happening, and even though, like, all the opportunities to take him, and just all that stress, and of course, being in jail is, of course, if you haven't been in jail, talk to someone in jail, of course. And it was unfair that he ended up in jail for a crime that he didn't commit, and We see all this all the time. Yeah, there are females who just want to ruin males' lives. And of course, with so much pressure, even like the males will not look at you the same way sometimes. That although if you really look into it, they may understand what you are going to do, and yeah. And not only that, there are some incidents that may happen between some people, whether if it's a mix of verbal, physical, or cyber. So it could be like face to face, or like or maybe doing through online social media or texting. So normally it's like between like male and a female. Yeah, mostly most time say it's bad things are happening, like whether it's a friendship or relationship, and maybe it turns violent, or some accusations, in this case false accusations happen. Of course, there have been a lot of chances where females they turn to their friends, and they spread rumors, and they those people slandering the male person, and yeah. And if you actually look into it, the suicide rates of compared to males and females, the suicide rates for males is much higher than the females. Although normally, if it's with in this case like females, it's females and who just insult females, and the females. But when it comes to males, it's a mix of males and females who are males, and then they'll just form a large crowd. They'll come at you and make you look bad, and then of course that also, like, one of the results is suicide. And well, also in the case of crime that I didn't commit. And there's also times when a female will tell her, like, boyfriend, or maybe if the female's in a lesbian relationship, also they'll tell that a person she is in a relationship with, and of course and they'll tell their friends, and there's some bad things happen, jail time, suicide, or and of course with all this pressure, of course there's more and also when it comes to mental health problems, of course there's more males who have deal with mental health problems, and they get less support. So if females speaks out about mental health, they'll get more support. But if a male speaks out about mental health, they get looked down by males and females. Of course, females they're laughing at these people, and males think man up, or toughen up, or other similar context. And just hearing all this, and also the guy who speaks up about dealing with mental health problems, and also having to deal with a lot of females and males coming at me for and lack of support, and also the big major thing is people, if they don't get lack of support, there's also mental health increases, and suicide rates higher, and I know people who ended up committing suicide, or and heard of people I have met who ended up committing suicide, or people I know of who had know someone who ended up, and also people who end up. I'm actually innocent, but some people won't believe ya. And unfortunately, a female could accuse a male or just about anything, whether it's sexual assault, rape, or attacking, or maybe being toxic, and or he touched me, or basically anything verbal, or which also includes bullying, cyberbullying, and the list goes on. So, yeah, everyone most of the time they believe the female, but there's a low chance that they believe the males. It's pretty logical. Pretty sexist. And this is why it is important for males to have the equal rights to speak up and counter these females who are purposely, legitimately trying to ruin male lives. And in the case when they're lying, and when a male is not lying, as if we didn't hear about this kind of stuff before. So say fake accusation. Say a male has to deal with that example with like the young male who ended up having to serve 1 year of jail time, and also the military, like serving in the army. That opportunity lost completely. So the woman should also get the same amount of treatment. It's just fair that way, not because of what your gender is. So it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. You done it, you gon' get it, and it's just fair that way. And also the fact that whether it's like when it comes to mental health, which is pretty major, males also deserve to have as much support as females get, and even also fellow males should really give a pat on the back and show support, because you don't know what they're gonna endure, and things get pretty ugly. And of course, when people can't deal with it anymore, and it's just too much for them, And of course, when they're still alive, people tend to not care about when they're dead. And then people start mourning. Oh, I wish I could have done this. Well, you should have done it when they were still alive. So, yeah. Also, since mental health is also looked down upon, and not just like the head of a crowd, yeah. You don't know who might be dealing with mental health and who may not, so yeah. Please consider that too. And also, if you're also a male watching this, and also having to deal with that fake accusation, which is caused by a female, or if you're dealing with mental health and you're not getting the support you deserve, I'm with you. You deserve everything, and it's important. The same amount of respect and also support. And females should also be punished. The same if the male has to endure. So support male rights and also support equal rights, because that's the point of what I'm talking about. And hopefully that that male who ended up losing the opportunity to serve in the army does get the opportunity to at least get something in life, and find hopefully he found someone, a female who respects him and does not ruin his life, and hopefully Johnny Depp wins the case. Support equal rights. And support, also male rights as well. Because males, they really get overlooked. And also, speaking of that, people like Amber Heard are really like making out women who have actually have endured rape or assault or sexual assault or any so this is why we should be canceling the Me Too hashtag, because that has been misused for so many years. And yeah, and if you're a female watching this, you probably know what I'm talking about. So yeah, we don't need the hashtag Me Too. And I support females who actually do have to endure assault or fake accusations made And I support you ladies too. Just not the females who come up with fake accusations or deliberately trying to ruin a male's life. So, yeah. And that's how it should be. Equal rights. And support innocent males. Please do. And also with mental health, yeah, that's a more important topic, and also males should also deserve the equal amount of support.